Okay, so now we're going to try a different type of leaf stitch. This one has a small stem in the middle. This one is going to have a stem all the way down. So we're going to start at the top, but slightly to the left of our tip. And we're going to cross down and make a series of X's, basically, and come up right next to it. I'm to the left of it, but I'm on the same plane, and then I'm going to go up this way. So now I'm going to come below my first stitch and come down below where that one entered. And it's just going to kind of follow what those first two stitches did. Up, and now down below that first one. So I cross the back side and come up beneath the one that I just did and land beneath the one over here that I just did. And I'm going to cross over. I think this is called herringbone or fish stitch, fishbone. Come up. And I'm not doing them super tight together so that you can see a little bit of the texture that you get. This one has a lot of texture in it. Up and then down below. You're always going to come down slightly below whatever stitch you placed before it. And then cross over and come up beneath that stitch. And then when you go down, you're going to go down slightly below the stitch before it. And I just so happened to use all 6 strands because I wanted to show you how this stitch can be used to create a really beefy leaf. So if you want to use a bigger leaf, this would be a good stitch to use. If you're doing smaller, more delicate work, you might want to try one of the other stitches because it's easy for this to fill up a lot of space. And you can see that this is creating a braid almost effect, and it's really got a lot of poof to it compared to these over here.
Up on the left, and down on the right, and then up on the left, and down on the right.
And let's see, we'll come up right over here, and down, and up one last time over here, and down, and then up. I think I crisscrossed at some point. But there you go. So that's another version of a leaf stitch. You can see it has more dimension than these. These are flatter, and they only have a seam or a stem in the middle up to about here, whereas this guy has a lot more poof. That's partly because I'm using all 6 strands, but it's also because the stitch itself has a lot more texture to it. So you can see that center vein goes all the way down. And if you make these stitches further apart, it gives a different effect as well.